Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 14 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to this series, definitely check out some of the older videos. You can find them in the playlist. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, we're excited to have you. Welcome back. We'll go through a quick recap of episode 13, and then we'll get into the video. So let's go ahead and bring the UI back up. In the last episode, we managed to begin our grilling of the spatter dock, which is outstanding. We also got a ton of work done on our arch system, what will be our arch. And you know what I realized? Totally should have done more bridges, I think. I think that would have helped us. Honestly, you know what probably would have helped us is just get rid of these batteries and use this as the scaffolding, but whatever, you know. We're already mostly there. I did let the beavers finish this dynamite. I definitely did not use developer mode to finish all that dynamite. We can go ahead and get rid of these stairs. And you know what? We'll just get rid of the rubble. No reason to have it hanging around. But anyway, we did get that done, which is excellent. It will give us a little bit more green space, and this is where we are going to start today. The first thing that I would love to do is I would love to continue our pattern of having one of the suspension bridges kind of head right down here. And in order to do that, let's see, so it's going to connect right there. So with that being the case, we're going to need to wrap this around this path right here. But okay, so what would meet generally in the middle? I don't know if actually anything will meet generally in the middle. Yeah, not quite, because I can't put it there because then they won't be able to access it. Does that look okay? It's not really super symmetrical. Yeah, I think that looks okay. But anyway, it'll be fine. That'll get us connected up. This forester, after this gets connected, should anyway, have total access to this area in here. In fact, let's just prove that fact. I'm just going to let's get all that done. Shouldn't take too long. We'll go to 3-speed, and then you know what? I'll put these bridges on a moderately high priority so that it's not so that they'll build them before they build this giant arch nonsense over here. Okay, so while they work on that, which is not a super priority, I did let them finish this dynamite over here, but I changed it up a little bit. So if you remember, originally I was planning on dynamiting all of this down to this level. I'm not going to do that. And the reason I'm not going to do that, and we're mostly going to stop dynamiting this way, is I don't want to flatten the entire map. I don't really think that is productive. You know, I like to build things kind of into the terrain to an extent, Don't get me wrong. For those who have seen my channel, I do a ton of dynamiting. But, to an extent, I would like to at least maintain some semblance of no, see, now I can't remember what I was going to say. I would like to maintain at least some semblance of conforming to the terrain. So to that effect, we are actually going to, I'll just bring a path over here so that they can actually build this. What we're going to do is we're going to just jump this power right up here like that. And then we'll continue our industrial area kind of up here as needed. I don't really know what else we need in terms of industry. I'm sure we'll need some things, like we need the printing press, and there's plenty of things that we will need. Now we are going to need some dynamite like this, so we can actually get some stairs up here. So we can get a path over here or they can just build it from up top. But why don't we get that done just so we can start to map out that that industrial area and see how that's going to work. And you know, I'm just going to bring a path down here just for now, because it might be shorter for them to go that way. We'll just we'll have to see. We're getting a little bit of flooding. It's kind of interesting. Not really sure why that is, but it's just some incidental flooding. Nothing major. Nothing major. And I'm just looking at this. I would love to get some irrigation barriers in here to stop this contamination. So if I wanted to do that, let me see. So if I got triple dynamite, kind of like this, I don't think I need those. But if we got triple dynamite kind of like that, medium high priority, we could bring a path around, and then I could put in irrigation barriers or contamination barriers like this. I don't think I can path on top of those. Yeah, I can't. So we will actually need a way to get down there to build those. This is super not necessary. This is just me kind of doing things that look nice and are mostly useless, which is the way that I tend to play this game, is things that look nice but are mostly useless. Cool. So along the line of doing things that mostly look nice and are, or that look nice and are mostly useless, why don't we get a little dynamite in here as well? Again, things that look nice, mostly useless. Okay. But so we got a little bit of dynamite in there. Not sure why they didn't finish building those, but that's okay. If we come back over here now, yeah, we can see that this actually has access to... That's really annoying. That is so frustrating. Oh, that's devastating. Okay, what if I were to get rid of that? If I were to flip it so that the door... There we go. Now it has access. So I just flipped it so that the door was on the other side. Still gives it access to all of these oaks. Doesn't really need access to the pines. But I just realized we are pretty much out of wood, which is not surprising because we're doing this monstrosity. So I was actually going to use this whole area for chestnuts, so we could get the grilled chestnuts, but now I'm thinking it might need to be maples or oaks rather. Yeah, not sure. I'm also just kind of looking at some of the stuff that we haven't unlocked yet. The bad water rig takes 10 beavers. No power though, so that's nice. Seals a bad water source, employs workers who extract bad water directly from the source. Yeah, that could be nice up here. That'll actually tie into kind of our next project that I have in mind. And it's going to involve this over here. So why don't we actually kind of get started on that? And by get started, I mean I just need to build some stairs to get up here. Something like that. What I think I'll do is I'm going to put this on a relatively low priority. Not the lowest, but relatively low. So that we can actually get that going. All right, so we got this dynamite done. So we can dynamite this out. And now we can connect that up. And we'll just run a path down here so that they can get this stuff built. Again, not really important, but it'll be nice to get it built regardless. Okay, so if we get rid of this path now, so if I were to plant chestnuts here, I believe what we need is gatherers for that to work. So where could I put in some gatherers? I could put in... All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of that. We're going to bring this in closer so that we can actually make this symmetrical, which is exactly what we want. And then we're going to put our gatherers in right here. So we'll get 3 of them. Like this. And then we'll get a little connection right there. And we can go medium high priority on all that. Okay, but what this is going to allow us to do... see, they don't reach all the way. All right, so with that being the case, why don't we... Here's what we'll do. We'll do 2 gatherers right here, and then we will put in a beaver statue right there. There we go. That's what we'll do. But okay, and then just so that we can reach all the way over here, we will put a gatherer in this this corner here. Like that. So now that can reach all the way into that corner. These can reach all the way down here, and that means that we can plant this entire area with chestnuts. But one thing that I thought would look nice is if we put like a fence right here, maybe with a little cut through, separating, actually separating all of this. And I'm actually going to put that on the highest priority so that I can delete that path, because I'm worried if I don't, they won't be able to reach it. But I just think that that'll be nice. I think it'll look nice, kind of separating our different, because usually I separate things with paths, but there's really no reason to put a path down there, so I figured the fence would look nice. And you could kind of imagine that that would be a, like a natural separation between the, oh, perfect, we got this done. So if I dynamite this away, and I shouldn't have done that right away. Okay. I'm going to put this back in because what I really want to do is put some levees in there. That is not necessary, but highest priority. But anyway, as I was saying, I just like providing some separation between the various things that are planted. So I think that that will be nice. Just like that. And I like having the little paths that kind of stick in. That's I think that that'll be nice. But okay. Chestnuts. This will all be chestnuts. Is that too many chestnuts? I have no idea. I mean, honestly, I feel like you can never have too many chestnuts, right? But anyway, so those will get planted, and now we need some storage for the chestnuts. Let me think. Because I could put some storage in like right here. Could also probably just fit some in right here. But I want it to look nice. So why don't we... I don't really want to get rid of that shower. Just trying to see where a storage would kind of fit naturally. All right, so I have an idea. Okay. It's going to involve deleting most of this. So let's delete most of this like that. And then I am going to come in here. I'm going to get rid of like a solid chunk of these resources so that I can actually build in here. Well, let's see. Yeah. And then we'll get this dynamite on the highest priority. I didn't really disconnect anything because they can go all the way around. It's just a much less direct path that I've now provided. And I'm going to have this beaver prioritize the oak. And I think I have foresters on a medium high priority. But I want this guy to prioritize the oak because these, once they get fully grown, we're kind of hurting for wood right now. So I want to make sure that this stuff gets done. But okay. Let's get this dynamited away. And then we'll just get one more dynamite in there just for continuity, just to make things look nice. And then honestly, going to do something kind of dumb, but we're going to do this. And the reason that I'm going to do that is that I want to put some shrubs in there. So there we go. Everything on the highest priority. So that nothing is on the highest priority. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put that platform in there. And then we are going to... Let's see. So if I want to get up here, let me see, how can I do this? So I need them to finish this first, which is kind of dumb, but I do need them to finish that first. As well as this shrub. So get all of those done. Get all of that done. And I'm going to put this on a medium high priority so that also gets built. Seriously not important, but might as well. And man, these beavers got to get stuff done, you know? The chestnuts, I feel like, are going to take quite a while to grow. Really no point in prioritizing the work of these beavers because there's really only one thing over here for them to gather. But that's okay. All right. So once we get these built, I'm going to rip this back out. I'm going to put the levee back in and the lantern. I'm going to put both of those back in. And then I was also thinking that I could clean this up as well. So if I come in here and just delete all of this and then delete the rubble, I can make it so that none of this is on platforms, which is really not super important, but I think it'll look nice. And then the only other thing that I need to do is I need to reestablish this connection before I can actually kind of finish that project. Because once I need to delete this bridge to be able to finish this project. But okay. So we're going to get the shrub in there. Highest priority. And then we're going to figure out how to route this up because we're going to put our storage for our chestnuts right here. But okay. that should get built pretty quick. We are hurting for logs, but we still have a decent amount. But okay, we can go ahead and put in some contamination barriers right here. And then we'll just have those kind of wrap around right here. Super not necessary, but just kind of makes me happy. Which is pretty much the whole reason why we play this game. How is this coming along? Yeah, see, this is coming along decently well, actually. Still going to take ages, especially once we have to then put the batteries on top and then sync this this power line. But that's okay. That's okay. We don't mind things taking a while. All right, so that's in there now. So now we can go ahead and get that lantern back in there. Highest priority. And okay, so let me just think here. So I'm going to get rid of this path. And I just need this lantern to be built, actually. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here. I'm going to put the stairs in. Right here. Okay, so stairs go in. And then if we get a couple of these platforms. So this will hold one medium warehouse like that. And then we need to get one of these that can go, yep, all the way over there. Like that. And then we can rotate one around and go like that. So we can get stairs there, stairs there. Yes, that is exactly what we want. Yeah, that's perfect. Is that actually what we want? Let me think. Let me think if there's another way that we can do this. Yeah, no, I think that's what we want. And then what I think we'll do is we'll just do that. And that, and then we'll get another storage right here. Connect that in. And these will both be for chestnuts. And then we can go ahead and get a roof on there. And then what this means is that we can come in here and plant more spatterdock in there. And that'll be perfect. That'll be exactly what we want. And I am going to put all of this on the highest priority because I need to reestablish that connection. So that will get built. These contamination barriers have already been built. So we can get one more in here on the highest priority, and then that actually frees up a nice little spot for a decoration. Maybe a beaver statue, and we'll do something like that. So that they build that contamination barrier first, and this was totally unnecessary. But that's okay. All right. So this is raw chestnuts. I wanted to obtain those from down the way. And then we're going to put in a couple grills here. And these are going to be for grilled chestnuts, highest priority. That'll be perfect. And then what I really would love to do is get a little dynamite over here. So it looks like we need double here and then a single right there so that I can start to map out a little bit more storage. Just to kind of fill that spot. Make it look nice. Yeah, and then this is not connected to a path. That is okay, because they are still working on this platform. But there we go. Connect it up. And let's drop the priority down slightly on this, because I really need them to reconnect this path so that I can rip this bridge out. That is what we need. But okay, just a quick check on our resources. Everything is going great, honestly. The thing that we really need, I mean, metal blocks is okay. The thing that we really need is logs, honestly. But I think the logs will just kind of come and go based on how aggressively we are building at the time. And it just so happens that right now we are building very aggressively, and we're building things that use a ton of wood. But at some point we will establish a new wood production area, which will be great. You know what? I think I'm going to get another one of these. And I'm going to get a storage here and have it set to supply, because I really want to get this removed, because I have plans for up here, and they're going to be quite exciting plans, obviously. Because everything that we do in this game is quite exciting. How are these chestnuts coming along? Yeah, they're coming along. They'll take a while. 28 days. 28 days is a decent amount of time. Okay, but awesome. So this bridge has been reestablished. So let's get rid of this one. And then if we come in here and we grab a platform, that is what I need. And then how long was this bridge? Was it this one? No. There we go. We will put a decoration back in here. I don't remember which decoration it was. That would work. But then we can put our storage back in here. So this will store logs. Can put all of this on a relatively high priority. And then we can come in here and plant more spatterdock, just fill up that space, and that is outstanding. Yeah, that's great. And then one thing that I was planning on doing is kind of cleaning up this this area right here, just to kind of make it a little bit more I don't know, square maybe is a good word. And can we reach all of these? No, we cannot. Devastating. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're just going to do something like that so that we can put a quick path in. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do some single dynamite all up in here like that. Get that on the highest priority. And this is just to kind of make it a little bit squarer. I think that that'll look nice. Give us a little bit more spatterdock, which is really not necessary. We've got tons. But it's something that I want to do. So we'll get that dynamited away, that dynamited away. And then we will get some dynamite in here like so. And then once this is done, we will get rid of this path, replant the potatoes. But okay. So the chestnut storage has been built, which is excellent. This little platform here is just about done. We still need some logs, which is okay. And then let's see, are we still working on the grills? Yeah, we've started on the grills. Those aren't super important just because we're not we're just not quite there yet. But they will be important at some point. Let's see. So if I get some storage in here, like that. Yeah. And you know what I'm thinking is, let's do a little bit of dynamiting here. So if I just do something like this. No, actually. Don't do that. So we're going to have a single dynamite right here, which means we need... Yeah, single here. There we go. This will work. This will work. Somehow, some way, this will work. Actually, now that I think about it, is that what we want? Because... Yeah, you know what? I actually don't think we need those. I think what we need to do is just shift those stairs back one. Yeah, this is what we want. Something like that. And these are going to store... They're going to end up storing bread. And I know what you're thinking. Like, we have so much bread storage that is totally not necessary. And you would be correct. Except for the fact... And let's get this section done right here. Except for the fact that I'm going to empty these. So these are going to be emptied, as well as this one. Empty all of those. Yeah, so we're going to empty these bread storages, and then these are going to be the new bread storages. Because you can never have too much bread. And then these are actually going to store the... Where is it? The cattail crackers. That's what these are going to store. And then this is going to store the cattail flour. Yeah, cattail flour. And I'm going to set this to obtain. So these will store cattail crackers. I still need this one to be emptied. I actually think that I can just, leave it like that. And it will, waiting for previous stock to be removed. So, but okay, perfect. So these guys are waiting for chestnuts. These are just going to switch over and be for cattail crackers. And I'm going to pause both of those because we don't have cattail yet. But eventually we will. And this is where it will be stored. Or produced. Whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, excellent. So, let's take a quick appraisal of our project. So it looks like everything is done. With the exception of this project over here. And this project is just going to take ages, so I'm not super concerned about this project. But I believe it was Ashermort in the comments pointed out that we should really get the large water pumps. Because they have better depth, down to 4 as opposed to 2. In the same amount of time, they pump 5 water as opposed to 1, and they only take 3 beavers as opposed to 1. So they are overall a fairly dramatic improvement over their counterparts. So with that being said, we have tons of water storage. So I'm fairly comfortable doing this. So let's get rid of all of this. And you know what? Let's pick up this rubble because we are kind of hurting on logs, although they're not going to pick up all the planks, which is kind of unfortunate. And let's see, I'm also going to get rid of these as well. And let's see, this is, yeah, they can't pick up any of this. Can they pick up this stuff? Yeah, they probably could if they tried hard enough, which they won't do, obviously. But okay, so let's get some stairs down here so that they can actually come down here and do a little dynamiting, because we really need some dynamite down here to clear this away and get this to the proper height. So if we just get that in there, what we're going to do is we are going to put double dynamite all in here, and then single dynamite all in there. And they're actually picking those up. I am just going to delete those because they can't get to those. They can't get to this one, so we'll delete that one. And then at some point, yeah, so there's no storage available for the planks. No storage available for the planks. Okay. And then let's put all of this on a medium high priority. This will get done eventually, but in the meantime, so we're going to have our double water here, and we're actually going to need to build some platforms to get out there. So let's get rid of that path. We can go ahead and put in maybe a lantern. That'll be nice. But okay, so let's go ahead and dynamite that away. Dynamite this away so that we can actually start to plan out these platforms. So triples, that's not high enough. So we're going to need the singles plus the triples, and then this is going to sit right here. And that's going to be perfect. And then I want to get one of those in, and then we'll delete this, and then we will continue. But we are storing plenty of water. It is actually going down, interestingly enough, which does make sense considering we just eliminated half of our water production. So, does make sense that would be the case. But okay, we can get more spatterdock planted in there. And I just think that looks a little cleaner, you know? We could probably do the same thing over here, but yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We'll get to that at some point. But okay, so let's take a look down here. This is done, which is outstanding. The beavers are coming all the way this way to build that, which is kind of interesting. Don't do that. We will get that dynamite in there, though. And now that is deleted away, we can go ahead and put this in. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's the ideal depth. And we got to have that on maximum workplace priority. I am going to prioritize it by haulers. And we do have plenty of treated planks, so not an issue at all. What I am going to do, though, is we are going to get ready to do this next set of dynamite. So we'll get some stairs in there. And then we'll just kind of run a path down like that, and we'll see kind of how we do. But okay, I'm thinking maybe three of these. It's probably overkill, but I think that would be a good solid number to replace all of these. I mean, we had 8 of these, so that's 8. 3 of these would be 15, so that's actually twice as much water production, because these produce 1, this produces 5. So, but anyway, let's prioritize this by haulers. Outstanding. And now we can just go ahead and get rid of all of these. Get rid of this path here. I will have them pick all this up. There will be a point where they obviously won't be able to any longer, but let's get rid of these platforms there. And then let me see. Yeah, so I'm actually going to get rid of these platforms as well. And let's pick up all of this. And we'll just get something like that going. But okay, they'll pick up as much of that as they can, and then we can go ahead and get the dynamite in there. I think this is going to be doubles. Yes, it will. So let's just kind of get something like that. Highest priority on that dynamite. We're doing okay for resources, so I'm just going to delete all of those. Then we can go ahead and get a path back here, like so. And then we just need to figure out, so I think we're going to have to go a little bit further. So one of these here, and then one of these right here. Yeah, so I am going to have to delete this water storage, or just shift it. Let me set all of these to empty. I don't even know if we have enough storage down here for all of this water, but we'll try and save as much as we can. And I can't detonate that yet because I need that set of stairs to support the project. But that is okay. And let's see, did they pretty much build everything they can from here? Yes, they did. So, yep. So the rest of this building is going to be coming from top down, but at least we got a decent amount done. Decent head start from the lower levels. And, you know, I could kind of work my way up here, but I really don't think it's worth it. They'll get it done kind of at their own pace. But okay. So eventually I want this entire little reservoir to be down at this depth, this maximum depth. Not super important because we're not playing in hard mode. Also, let me know whether you guys want me to do a hard mode playthrough. I've honestly really never done one. I've kind of done a little hard mode, but totally willing to do it if you guys want to see it. So let me know in the comments below whether that's something that would interest you. But okay, we can go ahead and delete most of this and these platforms here. I am just going to delete the rubble because we really don't need it. And then I actually think that I need to delete just a little bit more, or not delete a little bit more, but lay just a little bit more dynamite. So let's get that in there. And then we should be able to put in our last two. And then let's get this dynamite in here as well, because I do think that we need that. But okay, so this will be perfect. This should accomplish pretty much everything we need to accomplish. And I would just love it if they would get this done. This giant structure. But okay, just a couple more. This has most of the stuff. Yeah, this will have all the stuff that it needs. So in the next day, we will get all this stuff mapped out. And we should be all set for water. So Ashermort, if it was you who left the comment, I really appreciate it. As always, I love all the comments to the videos. I think that they're really helpful. Because most of the time, you know, I don't really know how to play this game. Which is, you know, you always learn something new, especially in a game like this where they're constantly updating it and adding more stuff. By the way, like, hats off to the developers of this game, because they're always putting in so much work to this game and just making it awesome. And you know what? I'm going to set these to just be regular, just because I don't think we're going to get to dynamiting all of this today. But okay, so let's get this last little section. So we're going to have one here and one here. Platforms. Big water towers. And then these are going to be the highest workplace priority as well. We actually aren't going to have enough beavers for them, but that's okay. That is okay. Not a huge concern. And these should actually get built so fast, at least in theory. And I know we're coming up on time, but I don't want to end this episode until I make sure to prioritize these by haulers, because there's no way that I'll remember to do that in the next episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, leave a like and a comment if you guys enjoyed this video. Really helps out with the engagement on the video, and I also just love getting the comments and the feedback. You guys always have awesome tips and tricks for the game, which I really appreciate. And then subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on this series as well as some of the other ones that I got planned. And if you are financially able and willing, consider supporting the channel on Patreon. The base tier membership is less than a cup of coffee. So if you want to think about it like that, you're buying me a cup of coffee a month, which is a huge win for me, and I would really appreciate it. But anyway, I'm going to make sure that I get these set to prioritize for haulers off screen. But I will see you guys in the next episode. So until then, have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.